Joel, and my co-host,
Freak Bubba Blake.
Probably.
Anyhow.
Today, I want to discuss The Shield. Their stable of these NXTers coming into the WWE.
We've got 4 now.
4?
4. After last night, we have 4 NXTers in the WWE right now.
Yeah. But, you know, I'm not too fond of WWE for the tactics they're using to make money with NXT, and that's a whole different subject. I want to discuss what do we think of the Shield, yada yada yada. I mean, you want to go start off with that?
The Shield. I love the fact that they come out and kick ass. I hate the fact that they come out and kick ass for a reason, so they say, of injustice. I think they should just be, hey, we're going to come out and kick ass. I mean, personally, that's my thought on it. I mean, that's what some of the other great stables did. They didn't have a reason for coming out and kicking ass. They just came out and kicked ass and walked away.
See, I have to disagree. I like the Shield because, you know, as you all know, I'm old school. I like the old school stuff. And it's very reminiscent of the NWO.
Back when dinosaurs wrestled.
Are you kidding me?
I'm just saying, you're talking old school. That's the first thing that popped in my mind. Fred Flintstone and
I'm
dinosaurs.
not that old, man. You know, but it's very reminiscent of the New World Order coming out, kicking ass, obvious heels. You know, I like, you know, they're not coming down the ramp and this, that, and the other. They're coming through the crowd like the NWO did, everything else. The only difference being is that the Shield are new guys, where the NWO were already named players.
They were established, yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, that's my opinion. I like them. I would like to see them incorporate a few more people and kind of build up the Shield. I think they could. I think the WWE could do well with it if they do it correctly. Knowing the WWE, they won't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at Nexus. If we compare the Shield to Nexus, the Shield and Nexus kind of have the same start. It's people that are kind of no name, coming in, starting problems, a bunch of bullshit. The only thing that's different is the tactics that they're using. That's essentially it.
Yeah, but the Nexus,
was all sorts of badass.
they were badass until Cena, not Cena, but
Punk.
CM Punk took over.
Well, and then the whole bit with Cena, that killed it too. It was fucking retarded.
It was retarded. But let's talk about, let's compare the Shield. You know, we're comparing them to the Nexus. Okay, so if it was the Shield versus the Nexus, who would win?
Nexus, hands down. And the reason why Nexus would win is because they got more people. The Shield needs to recruit more people. And I'm not just saying take all comers. I'm saying find badass people, bring them in, and then just dominate whoever you fucking approach. Just bam.
But, okay, you're right. The numbers game has a lot to do with it. But let's go this route then. You want to go numbers game? Yeah, let's go the Shield, your laugh, versus 3MB.
Sorry. The 3 masturbators. Because that's about all they're good for.
No, the 3MB is slowly getting better. I like them.
Yeah, it's get a group of penny-pennies together and stick them. I mean, you can't go wrong with that, I guess.
Rock, man.
You gotta get the hip action going.
I'm sitting down though.
There's not much I can say about 3MB. Every time they come out, I'm always laughing at their stupidity. So it's whatever, I guess.
But I mean, I'm glad to see the WWE doing something with these guys instead of just future endeavoring them.
Right.
We don't have nothing for you. Okay, well, they come up with something for 3 people that suck, and it's working.
Well, honestly, I think Jinder Mahal, out of the 3, I think Jinder Mahal has the best potential. And I'm dead serious. Like, Drew McIntyre, I hate him. He sucks. Dude, you need to go away. Heath Slater's a funny pin-me-pay-me. He's a funny pin-me-pay-me with no finisher.
But here's the thing. You can't sit here and say that because Heath Slater was a member of the Nexus who you yourself just defended.
Right, no,
And
he was bottom rung in the Nexus. Like, he was the bottom. Every
No,
time they got into... Every time they got into a big-ass fight, go back and watch this. And you'll see it. Every time they got into a big-ass fight, Nexus started getting their ass kicked, everyone left. And Heath Slater was the last one in the ring, getting his ass whooped.
Not true.
Daily basis.
Not true.
Daily basis. Look
Two
back.
words for you. Michael Tarver.
No, Heath Slater still got more.
No.
Yep.
No. Michael Tarver's the only one, we discussed this last time. Michael Tarver is the only one who didn't do anything, who did get future endeavored out of the entire Nexus.
I'm just saying, if you look back, he got KO'd punched, he got 619, and then, if I'm not mistaken, he got speared by Edge when Edge was still in there. I mean, all in one match, as Nexus was leaving the ring. I should know. I was there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
He was there.
Uh-huh.
So as if me watching it on television just didn't cut it.
Not good enough.
Fucking retard. Okay. Let's go Shield versus the New World Order. And I'm talking original New World Order.
Are we talking black and white?
Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
Versus the Shield.
No comparison at all whatsoever. NWO original has them beat. And the reason why NWO, and we've already kind of said this, the reason why NWO has them beat is because it's experienced players coming together, become a group of heels that just come out and wreck shit. As compared to newbies trying to follow in giant footsteps.
You can't say that. You can't say that.
Why not?
Because everybody started somewhere, first of all.
Right.
Just because they're new to WWE television doesn't mean they haven't been in the game for a while. Prime example of that is, I can't remember the guy's name. I'll put it at the bottom of the screen because I'll look it up. Guy over in TNA just went through gut check. He had been, matter of fact, he started wrestling with Joey Mercury back in the day.
Was that the guy where
The
one of the judges was missing?
No.
And the judge had to stand in for him?
No.
Oh, okay.
This guy, I can't remember his name. Like I said, I'll put it at the bottom of the screen. He had been in the business for 14 years.
Damn.
He went through gut check and got approved, and now he's a member of the TNA roster. And, you know, nobody knows who he was, but his former tag team partner, Johnny Mercury, was just happened to be the one that got the push. You can go back to, clear back into the 80s where it was the Rockers, Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty.
Yeah.
They were, you know, they both had the business. They both were great. Shawn Michaels got the push. That's what it comes down to.
Well, here's the thing that kills me. Okay, Skip Sheffield. I'm going somewhere with this, so don't. Yeah, Captain Ryback, Skip Sheffield.
Captain Ryback.
Captain Ryback, damn Skippy. Skip Sheffield was part of Nexus, and I actually didn't know this until this guy was talking to me about it, because he went through a big bulk up. Looks different than what he did.
Except for his entire face.
He, as a part of Nexus, was a no-namer. No one really knew him. And that's because he was a part of a group and he was a newcomer. As compared to, he came back as Ryback, dominating, just destroying. I mean, dude just won 2 Slammies. Granted, Slammies don't really mean shit. Dude just won 2 Slammies. Is being noticed by everyone. Is getting title shots on a consecutive basis. Honestly, I think had the Shield guys come in, put in 3 or 4 months worth of work, and then been like, oh hey, you have the same ideals as me, you have the same ideals as me, let's form a group. That would have been better. They would have gotten a backing, It would have been more influential. I mean, even CM Punk as a heel, as compared to him being when he was face, he still has a back. If he come straight out and been heel the entire freaking time, wouldn't have done shit. That pipe bomb kind of helped though.
I've said it 100 times. You can't take it too realistically, because I could walk into the WWE, and if I was given the push, I could be as big as Ryback. I could be as big as CM Punk. I could be as big as John Cena, given the proper push. So let's not go too realistic with it, because it's not. It's a soap opera.
How funny would that be though? I'm gonna go try out for WWE. I'm the fucking champion! 2 months later. I don't see that happening.
Well, this whole thing, you know, I'm glad you brought that up. Let's talk about the way they hand out championships.
Oh, like fucking candy?
We all know that the reason that WWE hands out championships is to build a wrestler, to build a superstar. Prime example, Sheamus.
Yeah.
His first title reign came within, what, 2 months of him being in the company.
Yep. That's where he got Daniel Bryan big-headed.
Another prime example, any tag team ever.
R-Truth, Kofi Kingston. Well, and then I think it's funny how that's set up for, as soon as they lost their tag team champions, Kofi Kingston wins his title, and R-Truth's going for a title shot at the U.S. Championship, which he's lost.
What? Little Jimmy. What?
The shit I deal with. Anymore.
So, I know I'm like 6 months behind on this, and I just showed you tonight. There's a new WWE Championship belt coming out.
Yeah.
You can Google it. New WWE Championship belt.
If you don't know, you better ask somebody.
Shut the fuck up. What the hell? Talk about me being old school. He go about old school lines. But the pictures that have been leaked onto the internet, it looks horrible. If coming down between that belt and the spinner belt, I hate the spinner belt, but I'd have to say I want to keep it compared to that belt.
Yes. If you go back to our first episode, he said that he hated the spinner belt.
I've just said it again.
I defended it, and now he's saying that he would take it over the new shit belt. Yes.
Because it's shit.
No, honestly, the picture of the belt that is leaked looks like it might be a side panel.
Side plate. Like,
yeah, side plate right there. And if that's the case, that's fine and dandy. If it's the main plate, though, oh my god, is the ugliest freaking thing in the world. Then he'd immediately put it in a trash can, bit that one chick.
Just put it in the safe in Titan Towers right next to the $1 Million Championship and Andre the Giant's belt. Oh no, that one's in the grave. Forgot about that. Andre the Giant's belt that he never won. So, yeah. Next to the European Championship. Yeah.
So, here's something I'm going to talk about.
Oh God.
Let's talk about power pushes.
Power pushes?
Power pushes.
Okay, explain.
I'm talking about people you would never think belonged in the WWE whatsoever, and then all of a sudden, boom, someone makes a decision to push them to the top of the ranks. One of my biggest, most disappointing power pushes, it started off as disappointing, it's kind of blossomed into I like him, was Daniel Bryan. I didn't think Daniel Bryan was worth a shit.
I'm going to tell you right now, the worst power push in recent history in the WWE is in Antonio Cesaro.
Thank you. Oh my god, yes.
Why?
Dude. I understand you got guns, that doesn't mean you got cannons. Don't fire them like that. If you got guns, you gotta get the machine gun.
Shut up,
fire
Batista.
But no, some of the people that make the power pushes just need to step back and be like, is this person really going to make good TV? In the end, Daniel Bryan's made good TV. And Tony Cesaro is just getting annoying as fuck. Somebody needs to either shoot him or take his belt. I'm hoping it's Ryback.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about continuing storylines that just never seem to actually give you a plot.
Big Show and Sheamus?
No. I'm talking about AJ Lee. Tell me, in the past year, one storyline that has started with AJ Lee that has ever ended up with anything. It hasn't. They are switching storylines with her as much as she changes her fucking G-string.
I don't think she wears underwear. No.
There's not been one storyline with AJ Lee that has ended in anything.
No, but what's funny about it is the entire time it's beyond predictable. Every time I have called exactly what they're going to do with her. When the whole Dolph Ziggler Cena thing started happening, I was like, oh, hey, watch this. I bet you Ziggler and AJ are going to hook up. Ba-boom. Ta-da. It's getting stale. It's getting old. They need to come up with something new.
I'll tell you what's getting old. You come up with something new. Big Show and Sheamus.
Good fights and everything, but I mean, I hope that bro kick last night finished it. I honestly do. I don't see it finishing that way, but Sheamus needs to go on.
Are they the only two on the SmackDown roster? Is that what it is?
Apparently, Sheamus is the only one that's big enough to go after, Big Show.
What they need to do is take a smaller guy and have him whoop the Big Show's ass.
How many times has that happened? That has happened countless times. Rey Mysterio did it.
He's the only one in my recollection that's done it.
Rey Mysterio beat the shit. I can't remember if it was Big Show or somebody. It was a big ass dude though. I remember that. And he beat the shit, and Big Show ended up hoisting him on his shoulder. I remember that very clearly.
But you can't remember names.
No.
So you don't remember it clearly.
Nah.
No. So you're willing to admit right here that you're talking through your ass.
No, because it did happen. Just I can't remember who the fuck he was fighting.
I remember clearly, but I don't remember any fucking details.
I remember there was a 619, and then a 1, 2, 3.
In a Rey Mysterio match?
And a 1, 2, 3.
I hate Rey Mysterio.
Oh my god, here we go.
I used to like Rey Mysterio back in the day, back in WCW.
And here's the thing, is I used to love Rey Mysterio too, but I think he's way past his prime. He doesn't need to be there.
He's jumped the shark. He jumped the shark about 3 years ago.
When he was gone for a while there with injury or supposed injury.
He jumped the shark 3 years ago. He needs to give it up.
Let's talk about that. Oh my god. Let's talk about injuries that aren't really injuries.
Okay.
No, I'm talking about they need some time off, so they'll fake an injury for the time off.
Okay.
Specifically, and this one killed me, Alberto Del Rio. He was supposed to fight Sheamus, I think it was, but then he got injured and he wasn't able to do the pay-per-view, so they had to switch it with someone else. But if you look at Alberto Del Rio before he get injured, and then look at him after, he has a new addition. He has a new tattoo on his left shoulder that was never there.
And what was that?
There was a tattoo on his right shoulder that looks like it's like of a falcon or something. And then on his left shoulder there is another tattoo that just popped up after he came back from his injury.
Okay.
He wasn't really injured. He just went and got a tattoo and he wasn't able to wrestle with it.
I thought this was a wrestling discussion show of stuff that was interesting. Because you're boring the shit out of me.
That is interesting. The fact that they say that they're injured and they don't end up going and,
Well, dude, but you gotta realize, these guys work 340 days out of the year. 340 days a year. They can't, they need to do something to let these people have time off.
I just say, hey, we're going to
Prime example. Velvet Sky in TNA took 6 months off. But you know why? Because she wrestled the previous 5 fucking years without taking time off.
Which, she's back now, by the way.
She's setting her pigeons loose. Just saying.
No, I just find it interesting when they can't just come
I'd
out and
much
say...
rather talk about real injuries.
Oh, real injuries.
Let's talk about real injuries. My favorite real injury of all time was Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash, when they brought in the NWO into the WWE, The NWWE is what I called it. And Kevin Nash was in a tag team match. He stepped into the ring and didn't even get touched. He stepped into the ring and tore him. Tore the hamstring.
That was a serious step.
He sat outside the ring the entire time, laying down on the mat, on the apron of the ring, because he couldn't walk. Now, remember this. Kevin Nash at that time was 40s.
Yeah.
WrestleMania. Hulk Hogan versus The Rock. In that match, Hulk Hogan broke 3 ribs. Real injury.
That's what happens when you have osteoporosis.
Yes, but at that age, he continued the match and took rock bottom after rock bottom after rock bottom, even with 3 broken ribs.
That's dedication. That is dedication.
Now let's talk about that. I love Kevin Nash, but you're going to let a 55-year-old beat you because he's more dedicated than you are with the pain.
Well, let's talk
Let's
about...
think about 3 broken ribs and you get rock bottom 9 times. You're going to tell me that ain't going to hurt?
That's going to hurt like
That's
hell.
going to fucking hurt. I'll be crying like a little bitch.
Let's talk about identical injuries. Let's talk about John Cena's torn meniscus and CM Punk's torn meniscus. And the difference between the two.
You mean the one where John Cena was able to walk that same day and CM Punk's a little bitch and he's on crutches?
Bingo! Now, granted, John Cena's torn meniscus issue, it looked wobbly to me when he did the little, oh, hey, I kind of broke my leg thing and scampered off. That looked odd. Not gonna lie, it looked odd. But CM Punk, dude, you got slammed through a friggin' table. How the hell are you gonna tear your meniscus? Nut up or shut up.
I got one better for you. This used to drive me crazy. Again, going old school on you.
Alright.
It was the rivalry between Macho Man Randy Savage and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Randy Savage was the current Intercontinental Champion. Held that title for quite some time.
Right.
Huge rivalry between these two. Savage was the bad guy, Ricky Steamboat was the good guy. Miss Elizabeth was Randy Savage's manager. Okay? During this rivalry, Randy Savage was beating the hell out of Ricky Steamboat, grabbed the ring bell, climbed up the top rope, jumped off, and right into Ricky Steamboat's throat.
Damn.
Okay? And then did a couple other things right on the throat. They don't, I was a kid, I don't know if this was real or not, but the storyline was that Ricky Steamboat's crushed his larynx. Crushed his larynx. Okay?
Don't you die from that?
Hold on. He was out of commission for months. And then when he did come back, he'd have to talk like this. No, I'm going to kick your ass, Randy Savage. And all that. He healed just in time for WrestleMania. Okay? Shocker! So, then, this was a big thing in wrestling back then. For years afterwards, whenever somebody would hit something in the ring, hit their throat or their neck on the ropes, anything, all you heard the announcer say was, "He might have crushed his larynx! He might have crushed his larynx! Oh my God, did he crush his larynx?" You would talk about shit getting old quick. That got old fucking quick. Because it was kind of like the old NWO thing. Oh my God, there's the limo! Oh my God, there's the limo! Oh my God, there's the limo! So, yeah, the injuries blow my mind. Torn meniscus. He broke his coccyx.
His weenus was bent the wrong way.
Right.
Oh man.
Let's talk about that. The return of Ric Flair to WWE.
Oh yeah.
Who cares?
Oh,
Moving on.
boy.
Who cares?
That was quick. I mean, yeah, he is going to be irrelevant. How old is he? Like, I think he was one of the original Jews that crucified Christ.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Like, I'm just saying, motherfucker's old.
Ric Flair was on the other side of the Red Sea when Moses parted it.
Damn.
He was on the other side fishing.
They don't call him the nature boy for nothing.
Woo!
That's exactly what he said when they parted, too.
Right. He's woo! Ric Flair needs to give it up. I thought Hulk Hogan needed to give it up, but I kind of like how he's in the storylines of TNA. Ric Flair is just, your time is done, man.
Well, he's more of like a manager, though, in TNA.
He's not.
He's the Vince McMahon of TNA.
Hogan?
Yes.
Yes.
He is the Vince McMahon of TNA. I mean,
Well,
he makes more
no.
appearances than
No, he's
McMahon,
the general manager. Dixie Carter is more the Vince McMahon of TNA.
She cute?
Dixie Carter?
Yeah.
I guess. She's not ugly. I've never really checked her out like that. She's in her mid-40s. You know, she's a great businesswoman. We'll leave it at that.
I bet you she can handle the business.
Oh, shit.
Anyways.
Hey, Joe Boo.
Huh?
I don't know where I was going with that. Hey, bartender, Joe Boo needs a refill.
Hey.
Hey. Now, Ric Flair, he just needs to go home. The only reason I truly believe he's back now is because he's going through another divorce.
He needs something to do.
He needs to pay that fucking attorney.
I mean, honestly, what are they going to have him do? They're probably going to have him manage somebody that's up and coming.
I'd like, if they do anything with him, make him a general manager or something.
I can see him being general manager. They need to get rid. That's exactly what they're going to do. I can mark my words. They're getting rid of Vicky Guerrero, and Ric Flair is going to be the next general
You
manager.
will never get rid of Vicky Guerrero.
Okay, they're not going to get rid of her. They're
She
going to
has
replace her,
signed
though.
a deal with the devil that, yeah, you're not getting rid of her.
I hear that in my sleep. You understand that? Excuse me.
Excuse me?
Excuse me.
Excuse me?
Excuse me. That's what I hear in my sleep.